Nice shorts, Bob.
Thanks. You see my
Yeah.
shorts?
Colorful. You know what?
Oh yeah, welcome to the Noonchi podcast.
Yeah, I'm just looking at your shorts, man. They're wild, my friend.
Yeah.
They're wild for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to put more color into my wardrobe.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife is actually helping me pick more colors to wear. Well, I'm wearing a black shirt today.
Right.
Like,
Does she like put out the shit that you need to wear the night before and like put them on like it's like you're getting ready for your first day of school or what?
No, but she'll like before I leave the house, if I look uncoordinated or a little bit too like not to her liking, she'll say something. She'll be, oh, that doesn't look right.
And then do you go, okay, can I then pick it? Or do you go, nah, whatever, and leave?
She gives me a reason, you know, and then normally it's just, I just need to change my bottom or my top.
It's okay. So this is the question today. Black t-shirt and very colorful ass shorts.
Yeah.
Was that your original pick or did something get changed today?
Today?
Yeah.
I was going to wear, nothing got changed today.
Okay.
But I was going to wear these Friday and she made me change the shorts. And I forget why. But, you know, I bought these shorts because my son has the same pair.
Okay.
In kids' size.
Okay. So you're trying to do this like, instead of couple tee, you're doing it with your son.
I mean, I saw them at the Polo store. And I was like, oh, my son has a pair of those. So maybe I'll buy a pair.
So those are polo pants?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I got them at the outlet, so a little bit cheaper.
Not even Uniqlo no more. You
I don't.
Polo.
I rarely shop at Uniqlo now because we've talked about it.
Yeah.
So, just.
So now you just kind of like semi name brand whore, but like not in your face name brand whore, right? You're not gonna. It's not gonna have like a big ass like Gucci.
I don't like any clothes with like logos on it.
Right.
And so I try to keep it like very one color.
But you have pants with the pattern of every fucking Scotch tape background ever.
Yeah. I had to ask because, you know, like shorts, we can wear them at work, but, you know, I don't want to show up coming up like looking like a, you know, like a university student that just came from a ultimate frisbee game. Wow. You will never be mistaken for a university student. What's up, everyone?
Hey, everybody.
How was your week? We are at episode 99.
99.
And it's been quite a ride getting to 99. I guess 100 will be more of the talk.
Yeah.
About that. But I think we're going to have a guest for the 100 show. Possibly.
Yeah.
So we can talk about, we're not going to talk about how we got to the 100 show with our guest. Right?
Yeah. I don't understand why you semi-promise something that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then we look like idiots. You know what I mean?
It'd be nice to have a guest for the 100 show.
Right. So, Bob, how was your weekend or week? I haven't seen / talked to you since we recorded a week ago.
The weekend was okay. It was nothing out of the ordinary. We had a play date with our friend Steve's daughter. I went to a kids cafe, and then we went to 2 kids cafes. Like, because the first one, it was only a 2-hour. You only get a 2-hour window, and it wasn't enough for the kids. So we went to a second one for another 2-hour block. So just 4 hours on Saturday.
In terms of like, okay, I'm not a parent, obviously. So do you think that having these quote unquote play dates are good for the kids? Or is it more like, I I mean, because it feels like you can't just leave them by themselves.
Yeah.
And then the parents who are
Oh.
friends can hang out.
Yeah.
It seems like you'd have to watch them more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I like play dates. It's an opportunity to teach some lessons that they're not learning in Yuchuan. But they're learning a lot in Yuchuan, but I feel like there's some things that slip through the cracks.
Right.
And like sharing, they deal with all that stuff. But like when we go out with the kids on the weekend, you definitely see like they're not their toys. They're playing with the kids cafe toys.
Right.
But they still claim it.
Yes.
First one to that toy, it's their toy for that whole.
Right.
And it's actually, they want to take it home sometimes.
Yeah.
So you have to teach them that, no, these are just, these are not yours. These are to share.
Right.
It's like, Benji was the oldest kid at the cafe that day. So we kept saying, just take care of the other kids. Like, be good to you're the hyung or you're the oppa. Like, so I like seeing him like take pride in that.
Was he hyung oppaing the kids, or was he like, I'm bigger than all you motherfuckers and slap the shit out of y'all? Like
a little bit of that, but like there's only so much he can. There's only so much sharing he could do in one. So like he's like, all right, that's enough, Dad. Like I need some of my own selfish time too. So
interesting. Kids cafe shit. Like my weekend was, as every weekend for the last 6 months has been stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like I would go even when it's not a show, because I feel like as a part owner, you should see if things are running smoothly or not. We had, so the original manager of the club quit. Because
he's a lot like me. He's like, there's just too much pressure apparently. Right?
And on top of that, it's like, let's say he has 10 things to do. And he's on thing 3. And then someone asks him a question, and then thing 3 doesn't get done. Thing 4, you know what I mean? Like, so because he just kind of more of a one track.
He's not a multitasker.
No, he's not.
Okay.
And on top of that, he's in his head all the time. So, I'll be like, yo, how come this wasn't done? He's off, that's, and I was like, man. I mean, a part of the reason why I quit this job was like, I can only have 2 people in my life, 1 person in my life that was like that. But on Monday through Wednesday, I have one dude. And then Thursday to Saturday, I have another dude.
But now you don't have either of us.
Right?
So life must be great.
And so but he quit, and we were trying to find the replacement, like a replacement manager, but it's so tough.
You had someone, right? And then
so that guy didn't last. Right. But it's because apparently the job market, right, even with the taxis, right? The reason why it's still impossible to get a taxi at night in Korea, I mean, you can, but it's hard, is because during COVID, those younger taxi drivers knew that they could make more money being Pemin drivers.
Oh, okay.
Right. So they all
delivery drivers.
So they all switched over to that.
Oh, okay.
To that joint. Right. And so the people that are left are the older drivers. But them older drivers don't want to do the late night shift. Which is when most people need cabs anyway, right? And that's why it's tougher to get taxis. Right. And overall, like the idea of getting somebody to work part-time for a place, unless the money is really good, it's hard. Right. And so anyway,
same for the club.
So once this guy was about to quit, we put out an ad, and the only person that came was someone that never had experience in the
in F&B or
service industry or whatever, right? And he's older than me. Right. But obviously, like I'm not gonna call him young or whatever, right? But then I could just tell that he worked hard, but just was not equipped to run or manage the club.
Okay. He was outside of his
Yeah. So he didn't last more than a month.
Okay.
Right. So
what's happening now?
So we found another dude that was a part-time worker since the beginning.
Okay.
But he's seen like basically how the club was run.
Oh, okay.
So we basically
promote
him into manager.
Okay.
Right. But that's the thing is like, those are like these little things.
Yeah.
Are the things that like I don't want to think about in terms of like oh shit, the cook's sick.
Yeah.
How are we gonna, you know what I mean? Like, that's not my responsibility.
Yeah.
But just that's why I go every time the club is open to see if that shit is there. Right?
I see.
And so, but the manager who quit before less than a month, interesting dude, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he has a thing about like fist bumping.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like fist bumping, right?
Yeah.
Like that's it. I don't know if this is trademark or whatever, but like he likes to double fist bump you.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like after your set, like you walk to him, it's like, oh, 잘했습니다. 좋았습니다. And he fucking double fist bumps you, right? And I was like, all right, whatever, right? And then,
is his name Eric Roberts?
No, he doesn't pee in trailers. But anyway, so like when you like, I added him to a group text with the comedians because like we have to be like, hey, this is the schedule, blah 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 blah, yada yada. He has to take inventory, but I do it too, but just to let him know. But then like in the middle of the night, he'll just send, without any explanation, like send a YouTube music video.
Oh, okay. Nothing to do with comedy even.
Like Coolio's Gangster's Paradise at 2 a.m.
Okay.
All right. Or like Warren G, or like just random, like there's no like, hey, this is how I think, like this is a song that, kind of reflects our scene. None of that. It's just like,
it's just random.
I'm just throwing 3 links to YouTube videos with no fucking explanation. And I wanted to be like, yo, what the fuck are you guys, what you're doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I let it go.
Yeah.
And then when he quit, like the people that he was, I don't want to say close to, but like he had a lot of conversations with, he personally messaged us, right? And then one of the kids, he told me, was like, he says, oh, like it was good to meet you, good luck in the future or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then he sends another music video link, right? But with a timestamp this time.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So the guy's like, what the fuck? And he looks at the timestamp. And in the music video, they are fist bumping.
I like this guy, man.
So I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
That's funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now like these little.
That's funny.
I was like, you can't get you can go to Jiffy, right, or whatever. Just get the fist bump scene. But now
I met him, right? I met him that one time. Yeah, he seemed like a nice guy. Yeah, really
he got
personable guy.
A full blown ass music video and a timestamp, and he clicked on the timestamp, and it's a scene with their fist bump.
That's funny.
Yeah, that to me was very interesting.
It was all worth it. It was all worth it.
Yeah. So those are the little things that are stressful right now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I have 0 people in my life that are like you and the other guy. But I have fucking fist bump mania for a month. And just it's just the idea I realized about working with younger Koreans without experience. The in terms of the hierarchy of a company, right? Like they are too scared to voice their opinions about things or like ideas because they don't want to be shot down. And if they go, okay, that's your idea, let's run with it. And if that fails, they don't want to take risk. They don't want to take responsibility. So it's a very like, nothing gets done, and they're just waiting for the people
someone
up top
to say what to do.
This X, Y, and Z, right? And I know I know you understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the situation that I felt with the other, because, and I said this before, like in a leadership camp, they said no idea is a bad idea, right? But then that's not true because like I've heard a lot of bad ideas from these managers because they're like, what is it? Well, like one guy was like, oh, we should give bottles away, right?
Bottles of liquor?
Yeah. Like just like as a giveaway. I said, okay, great. What is the reasoning for it?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, so that they like us. right. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We did a absolute bottle giveaway.
Yeah.
You know what they did? We did it once. So we did it every weekend, twice, right? So Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
So 8 bottles went out.
Yeah.
Only one of them stayed and drank.
Oh, so they took the bottles
They
home?
took it home. Right?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
So I go, and then, those are the things that I go, oh my God, dummies.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, those are the, things that have been occupying my mind for the last month, Not good.
That's got to be frustrating.
Yeah.
Very difficult to deal with.
The Zoolander scene where Mugatu goes, I think I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah.
To me, it's not comedy. To me, it's like, I totally understand.
Oh man.
Speaking of comedy club, not mine, obviously, thankfully, but a club in Malaysia called Crackhouse. Is like there's 2, I guess, full-time comedy clubs in Kuala Lumpur, right? And Crackhouse is one of them.
Yeah.
And
have you performed there before?
Yeah, like a drop in once. But I do the other one because I've contacted the owner. They were not nicer, but they're cool with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the news the recent news is that, so like every comedy club probably has an open mic once a week, right? And it's not the comedy club's MO to like go, hey, send me your stand up or your 5-minute set. They're like, yeah, whatever, just
come through.
And so recently this woman got up. She was in full like Islamic garb.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And Malaysia's I think officially like a Muslim country.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so she is not even telling jokes. She is like kind of doing like rules about how like Islamic laws.
Yeah.
And she's like citing those laws.
Yeah.
And as she's citing them toward the end, she takes off her attire.
Oh, so she's breaking the law during her set.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then she wasn't naked. She had like a spaghetti strap blouse and like a mini skirt, right?
Okay.
And I guess her partner, her boyfriend or whatever, husband, took video of that.
Oh, okay.
And
not
put
the
it
club.
up and put it up online.
Okay.
Right. Now she broke some sort of Islamic law, and in the eyes of the Islamic world, that's super offensive what she did.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And so what they did was they arrested her apparently, but also closed down the club.
They closed the club down.
I don't know if it's officially closed, but right now it's not open for business.
Oh, because they allowed it, or it was an open mic. They couldn't know that she was
right.
something like that.
But I don't know what the reasoning for it is, but they closed it down.
Well, to make a point, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, but still, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough.
Yeah. So to me, I go like her actions. That's on her. Yeah. But that shouldn't be.
You feel for the club.
Absolutely.
Clearly. Yeah,
absolutely.
So,
the club didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. They didn't even film it.
Yeah.
Even if they addressed it, if it was breaking the law and they addressed it, they probably, why would they?
Yeah. So that is the current recent
comedy
issue
world
of
news
in Asia.
Okay.
Right. It's very interesting. It's because like it's kind of like, let's say you own a gym, right? And one of your patrons, right?
Yeah.
Films himself jacking off in the gym.
Yeah.
Right. And then not only do they arrest the jack offer,
Yeah.
but they close down the gym.
Yeah. That's what
Because
it feels that way.
Yeah. So that's, those types of, I
Yeah.
don't know, man, like that is it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad that that type of stuff is happening here.
Huh. I wonder how that pans out. That seems like something. I don't know what the rules of Malaysia are.
Is there something like that in the, like, okay, let's say, I don't want to like name a venue, like, but let's say something like the Hotel Cafe or any venue, right?
Yeah.
From the venue's point of view, right? Like you might have an open mic,
Yeah.
right? And the person that signs up goes on and does something that's
like a neo-Nazi set.
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if it was an open mic, that's one thing. Like there's like an open micer that comes up and does like really fascist or like really like not good material.
Right.
That goes against what probably the owners don't want at their club.
Yeah. Has that ever happened? Like where, like, and then, under the guise of like freedom of speech, man, or whatever, right? Like,
I mean, I know it's happened to like, I was listening to How I Built This, the podcast with Guy Raz, and I think he had on the founder of Kickstarter, and they were talking about like, it was doing well, but you like at some point there was someone that was raising money for like some like Nazi like thing, and like so they have to make rules like you can't use this for like certain things. It didn't shut down Kickstarter, but it could. Like people will be like, "F Kickstarter,"
Right,
like
that's true. That's true.
Allow that stuff to get through, but it's yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the rules in Malaysia are too. And so I don't think the club should be punished, but maybe they used it as given their laws, maybe they use it as an example.
Yeah.
I think, I don't want to get too much into it, but in Korea, they make an example out of celebrities when they break the law. Right. And they kind of can't work for quite a while.
Yeah.
That's just the way Korea deals with that kind of thing, and in the States, like it's very different, right? So
I mean, not only I think it's the idea of public perception, right? Like if the public thinks you're a piece of shit in Korea, then that hinders you from working, right? But if the majority doesn't think you're a piece of shit, I think you going back to work is expedited.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So like, that's what I feel like in Korea. And I also feel like that in the US is like, if you're a celebrity, right, that, whatever got, for example, like a DUI or whatever, right? And I feel like certain celebrities can in the US can get a DUI one day and then get bailed out and go to work the next day.
Yeah.
Versus some people will be kicked off the show. Yeah. And that's just based on the backlash of having either this person who's likable or a piece of shit.
It's like they use it as a teaching moment, I guess, in Korea. Like for someone, just an average person to get a DUI, like their companies aren't obligated to fire them to make an example. Right. So it is a little bit unequal. It's not, I guess it's not fair to the celebrity to be, to have to, deal with greater repercussions for their actions. But it does send a message, right? And it teaches, it continually instills in people, we don't have to do that. You shouldn't do that. There's Teddy. You can call it Teddy here. It's really easy. Right?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, there was this like, like a fairly younger actress. She was in. I can't even. Basically, there's a Korean movie called Ajushi, A Man from Nowhere. Right? Have you seen it?
No,
Probably
no,
not.
I know.
Yeah. But there is the child actor there who's now all grown up.
Yeah.
A few months ago, was caught drunk driving, and she ran into a fucking like one of those like electric transformers.
Okay.
Right.
And it
And
cut the power.
Yeah, like of a building or
yeah.
something. Like but it was in the daytime too. It wasn't even at night.
Oh wow!
So her ass is like all fucked up right now, right? But like again, like drunk driving. I'm not saying that it's okay,
Yeah.
But it's
not.
Yeah. But it's kind of like that feeling of it's way more serious here than it is back home. Like if you get caught with it, particularly. The difference between you getting stopped at a checkpoint versus you hitting other people or things, right? You know, I don't know. I mean, like, obviously I am not going to be a celebrity or like, you know what I mean? Like that's not in the cards in my mind, but just like, I'm seeing that the more successful you are, the more careful you need to be of whether or not you're a piece of shit or not.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Just generally speaking, like, in the world too, that seems to be the case.
Yeah.
And, like to some extent, like I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But then, cancel culture can get a little bit out of hand too as well. I don't like it when it's like people with just a computer and a phone that they have power over people like by like, that's their goal. To cancel someone without knowing the full situation of this person's, situation and, their livelihoods,
Because my, my YouTube algorithm took a turn for the worse in terms of basically people that got some fame and because of various reasons, they're starting to either get canceled or their career is slowly declining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I understand why they are getting, and I go, this person's not that likable.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I get why, but then it just made me go, oh man, like, I better try to be nicer. You know what I mean? Like, or like, just like, being a dick in terms of making fun of people versus like that in the guise of comedy, right? But then it like just being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole or like, being, how do you say, arrogant and look down on, be like, kind of like that I'm better than you attitude.
Yeah.
If you exude that, that's when, the trolls get you, especially when you are famous, right? There is a certain podcaster whose their subreddit page, which was supposed to be like a chance for the fans to interact, has morphed into a page that hates on the podcast.
Okay.
But it's like hundreds of thousands of followers just shit posting.
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think there's no perfect, like nobody's perfect. We have people could dig dirt on us too. Like, and so for me, it's given me a different outlook on celebrity in general, or people in that are in the public eye. Yeah. Like I am starting to like evaluate personalities also based on a different criteria. Like, because I know that I've made mistakes, and if I can watch someone and I see their mistakes happening, like in public but then I tend to give them more benefit of the doubt now because I've been there too. I've said stupid things that I regret and I don't believe now that before I thought was okay.
Right.
Like all that stuff. Now I try to look at people and see, but is this person just like strictly not changeable? Like, are they like not, becoming better people with every day of their life or every step in their career? Like I think I'd like to give people that kind of like benefit.
Well, I mean, because I know that I'm you know what Haju is, right?
Yeah.
So for those people that don't know, it's kind of like fortune telling.
Yeah, sort of.
Using your birthday, the time of day, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know, whatever. And so this guy who's taking my Haju, he's he actually listens to our show.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Okay.
And then he tells me that I have no fire in my Haju.
What does that mean?
So like there's many elements in a Haju, right? Where there's gold, there's wood, there's water, there's land, dirt, whatever, fire. And he goes, I have a lot of gold and I have a lot of water.
Okay.
Right. And so what he's saying was that because I have no fire, I don't bring warmth to people.
Okay,
You know what I mean? So
agree with that.
like so meaning like off the top, I'm not a warm person. And that's I know that's true. Right. And then when you say something, it comes off like, you know, obviously water frozen is ice. So it's cold and it hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I guess part of it can be misconstrued as me being an asshole.
Yeah.
And a part of it is true. No, because why I want to bring it up is because like being a nicer person or being like
doesn't make you a better person.
Right. Like word wise, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So recently this guy who used to do stand-up comedy in Korea and he wasn't that good and he fucking ate shit majority of the time.
Yeah.
Right. And then he had the audacity to do a 1 hour show knowing that he didn't have an hour.
Oh, okay.
And like, you know what I mean? But then people here go, I can do a 1 hour show and it's just, can I stand on stage and talk for an hour?
Okay.
And I go, that's not what a 1 hour set.
Yeah.
But he did it.
Yeah.
Didn't do so well. He wanted to blow up, so he put it online.
Yeah.
People shat on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then, he comes up to me. I see him recently. And then he goes, 형, 나 stand-up comedy 은퇴했어. Which means, 은퇴 means retired. Right? Like I retired from stand-up comedy.
Okay. Yeah.
And I looked at him and it's like, 은퇴는 잘하는 사람들만 하는 거야.
Okay.
Right? 너는 그냥 그만둔 거야. Right?
You quit. You didn't retire.
Yeah, you didn't retire. You don't get jerseys retired for what the fuck you did, right? You know?
Yeah.
But when I said that, like I saw it like similar to this Haju guy said, like that's not nice. That's just cold hearted, like bam, right?
Yeah.
But then, I feel like if that type of response is something that's my knee-jerk reaction, and I say it to a whole lot of people, then it becomes me being an asshole. Especially if it's recorded.
I want to, like, this is I guess the question is related, but at the comedy club you have a mural with a bunch of stand-up comedians, right? And so stand-up comedy hasn't existed very long,
right.
But everyone on there, do you think they deserve to be on that mural? Is it long enough? Like, have they been doing stand-up long enough to be on a mural for the Seoul Comedy Club?
I jokingly threat that I'm going to erase some of you motherfucker.
if they retire.
No, like but a part of it is ball busting and a part of it is just kind of, the thing about ball busting is there has to be a little truth in it. Yeah, it is.
Sure.
It can't be just like made up shit, right?
Yeah.
And so like I remember one comedian, he goes, it was this week. He goes, apparently a lot of people that he knew was in the audience.
Okay.
And he goes, after he didn't do so hot, he goes, there's something about me like where there's people that I know, then I usually don't do well, right? Okay. And I was like, was today a family reunion? Because you fucking stunk, right? But then again, this is my way of ball busting. You know what I mean? But then again, I'm curious because you hear it and you laugh, right? Yeah. But then there are going to be people, if this was recorded, be like, this motherfucker is an asshole. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So that's where I'm fearing
You don't have fire in your saju.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah. So like I'm trying to how do you say, like temper my
I get it.
words more
Yeah.
after this kind of like revelation of negative YouTube algorithm.
I think I have a little too much fire, if that's possible. Like I care too much about what people think, and often I think maybe that's not. Sometimes the truth, though it hurts, it's very necessary.
Right.
And so often I opt for not being completely truthful.
Right.
Just because I don't want. Yeah, I don't like confrontation. Maybe. So. I'd be interested to see what the Saju says about I was born May 7th, 1978 at like 5:30 a.m. Something like that. So,
but it made me think of the difference between retiring and quitting.
Yeah.
Right? Retiring is used for people that you respect.
Yeah. Like, would you say if I stopped doing music and I just said I'm done, I'm retiring from music, would you allow me to get away with it?
Music.
You motherfucker. Yeah. No. Like.
No, but like even for me.
Yeah.
I really haven't accomplished anything in stand-up comedy.
But so you have.
I quit stand-up comedy, right?
No,
but
I would say 20 years is sure you can if you've done something for 20 plus years. Yeah. You reserve the right to say you've retired from it.
But to me, what is the qualifications for the word retiring and quit?
It's a good question.
Because that's not just the other, like there's other concepts where for a form of respect, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, death, right? When you respect a person, you say he or she passed away, right?
I guess, I mean, it's a euphemism, right? So you can use it in any.
Right.
But I guess, you can say that.
Or he died, right? If you're a great person, you got assassinated.
Yeah.
If not, you got shot, right? Or
okay, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah,
In Korean, people that you're supposed to respect, 돌아가셨어요.
Oh, really?
돌아갔어요.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And if not, fucking 죽었어요.
Okay.
Right? So, like, to me, like, getting the moniker or getting the 돌아가셨어요 title, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the debate of whether or not a certain player is a Hall of Fame player, right? Because like, what are the bare minimums for you to qualify? To get 돌아가셨어요.
Well,
similarly to you're saying like retiring is 20 years.
4 out of 5 people gotta like you, something like that.
4 out of 5 people gotta like me.
Yeah.
Is there an age?
An age,
meaning like can you say that a 17-year-old
passed away?
Yeah. Or
돌아가셨어.
돌아갔어.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the rules in Korean.
No, but I'm saying like, can you at your age can be like, oh yeah, like some kid that very likable.
Yeah.
Joe Schmo. He passed away or.
Yeah.
So age is not a factor in getting the thing.
Yeah. Like my music career, I think 돌아가셨어. I have some respect for my music.
Okay.
Career.
So okay.
Yeah.
Okay, not the death part, then the retiring part.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, like high level athletes who accomplished whatever, gold medals, whatever, they can retire.
Yeah.
Right. But for entertainers, right?
Yeah.
Aside from the winning a Grammy, Tony, whatever, right? Like, okay.
I think I'm slowly changing my my feeling towards this subject.
Yeah.
Because aside
from those people aside from accolades like the what was the Grand Slam where you win the Grammy, Emmy, Tony, the Oscars. There's a word for it, right? Or acronym for it, right? Aside from them, and then like people with like long ass filmographies of like like Bruce Willis probably didn't have any like those type of awards.
Like no Oscars.
Yeah. No but
Tonys,
but he has to stop acting because of the disease that he has, right?
Yeah.
So he retired.
Yeah.
Right.
He retired. Yeah.
Right. So like to me, like what are the qualifications? Like, do you have to have like one hit? If you had one like fucking like mega hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a one hit wonder can.
Yeah.
Like that. Like could like Ace of Base.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can what's that guy?
I saw the sign. Right.
Rick Roll guy. Like the.
Isn't it Rick Springfield? Is that what it is?
No.
Is that him?
Damn.
Yeah.
Normally I know his name, but I don't know. What's another one hit wonder? O-Town.
So did they retire or did they fucking quit?
They got fired.
No, I mean, but those are to me, like those are the things that are that have just kind of got plugged into my mind after.
I guess what if you can retire off of it, what you've done, maybe that's retirement. Maybe
that's a good
like you can live off of what you made
through that.
Yeah.
Oh, that motherfucker didn't. Yeah. I probably quit too. Whoever
wrote Baby Shark, more power to you. Retire.
Yeah. That's that's actually I think the best requirement for whether or not you can use retired. Is if the shit that you did made you enough money for you to not.
Yeah, I ain't never retiring. I'm stuck in the game forever, son.
Yo, that is a great requirement for you to use the word retire. You know what I mean? Oh my God, that's brilliant.
By the way, Daddy, how's your enlarged potato ball? Your big potato ball.
Somebody said somebody DM'd us saying like, would you ever think that you'd be a Hydrocele influencer? Right?
Really?
I was like, I don't want to be known as that.
You lead the way, man. Lead the way, Danny.
I mean, obviously nothing's changed. I haven't gotten. I have to wait till the 21st, right? So like, I'm just like checking to see if. Right now, still brand new beanbag chair.
You're still sitting on the sour cream and chives.
Yes. So, I mean, what's funny is that like, so I told the comedians about my affliction.
Yeah.
And they all, like as I'm talking to them, if I'm standing up, I could see them all glance at my balls at once. And I was like, I know that I shouldn't say this shit on stage while it's not fixed. Because if I say it in the middle of my set, they're just gonna just keep on looking at my balls. And you know what I mean? So I can't, but man, a Hydrocele joke is not the closer. I can't retire off of big ball jokes, right? And so that's what I'm at. Man, like now I am every day at least five times a day checking to see if my Hydrocele got smaller.
Oh, but it's not getting bigger.
No, it feels like it's around the same.
Okay.
So it is what it is. I am it's still it's just uncomfortable. It don't feel uncomfortable.
I'm just waiting to see how the story ends.
Yeah. Me too. I want it to end. I want to be like, if it fixes it, I don't care. Put me in a back alley with a big ass syringe and just take the fucking water out. You know what I mean? I don't care.
Dude, I gotta tell you, like, I'm having a really bad day. Like a very depressing day. And I don't know, the first like part of the show, I'm just a lot's on my mind. And I'm just glad we do this every week because it really is therapy. It's
I'm glad that
Your balls
my
are
balls are making you feel better.
Yeah, it puts things into perspective. You know, like at least I'm not like sitting on a baked potato right now. Like your pain is
the club owner.
Yeah.
One of the club owners. He goes. Because I told him too, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, man, like I never thought that I'd be worried about another man's balls. But every now and again, he's like, so how your balls are?
I'm worried, Danny, for you too. Like, but part of me wants you to just like, you know, stick a pin in it, see what happens. Like,
it's like
it'd make for a great story.
Oh, by the way, near the comedy club, there's this
baked potato shop.
No, there's this. So me and the people at the club, we went to. There's a Korean barbecue place, and it's called Cheonggiwa, which was the name of a barbecue place in K-Town, LA.
Was it? Oh, okay, I don't remember that.
So when we walked, because you know the guy was like, "Hey, apparently this is this is kind of an homage to K-Town, LA," and I was like, "Why would anyone open up a Korean barbecue place in Korea
based on
a K-Town, LA?"
Yeah,
we went there, and the signage feels like when you go to a strip mall and you see all the fucking signs on top of each other.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it looks like. Feels.
Oh wow, very meta.
Right. Right. And I'm just like, okay, the food was great.
Oh really?
Fantastic. Okay. Korean barbecue, delicious.
Yeah.
All things were delicious.
Yeah.
But they put us in a room, and there was another group, like a group of 6-7 people, and then we were another 6-7 people. We don't know each other, but it's like in a room.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers were so loud, right, that I couldn't enjoy the food. Okay. Like nobody in our table could enjoy the food. But then, it got to a point where, okay, so this place at Cheonggiwa, the people cook the gogi for you at your
it's like
at
one
your
of those.
table.
Okay.
It's a little bit pricier, right?
Yeah.
And it got so loud that the person grilling the food for us went to that table and told them to shut the fuck up.
Oh, really?
And they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's sorry."
Oh, wow.
But then once you
That's not gonna stop.
Yeah, once you have booze, it's loud as fuck.
Yeah.
So you could see like everybody in our table, just like side eyeing.
Oh,
so we couldn't enjoy the food, right?
There's only one thing you could do is just be just as loud.
That was my solution. My thing was like, not only that, I'm going to. So like every bite, I was like, wow, 여기 되게 맛있다. Like I fucking went out. Like every sentence uttered from me was as loud, if not louder than them.
Okay.
Right?
Well, noticeably, like they knew what you were doing too, at your table.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And so like.
But it wasn't obvious to them what they were, because
they were so
like
drunk, they were probably oblivious. But the people at our table.
Yeah.
So like 1 or 2 people. Decided to play the game.
To join you.
Right?
Yeah.
But then there was like 4 other people that maybe in their.
Yeah.
It's not
made them uncomfortable.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
와, LA 갈비하고 그냥 갈비하고 똑같네 맛이, right?
Yeah.
But by the way, you should check it out, Cheonggiwa. I mean, they're not a sponsor or anything.
Yeah.
But it's the signage that reminds me of K-Town, but then the food itself.
I'm curious. Yeah. I probably can look it up, right? And see it, but don't have to go all the way there.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Like if
the
it's near the club, you said?
Probably like 3 blocks away from the club.
Oh, that's close. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, my balls are fine. No, the reason why I brought because speaking of potatoes, their potato salad, their egg potato salad had something that I might think, because I think I'm having a gout flare up, but not on my feet, on my hand right now. It's potato salad, but they grounded up imitation crab meat and also put that in. So it's like potatoes, eggs, whatever.
Yeah.
Like other vegetables, but it was packed full of imitation crab.
Yeah.
So when you taste it, you're like, yo, it tastes very different than regular potato salad.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I don't know if imitation
Triggered it.
crab triggered it.
Maybe it was the kogi.
Yep,
Danny.
possibly.
Like-
Don't blame the kogi. Yeah. So, my balls are still big balls.
Well, like we've been talking about finally, like after the 100th episode, we try to take this a little bit more seriously,
Right.
and get sponsors. We should probably get like gout medicine, like or like cherry capsules,
Sponsored by allopurinol and sponsored by.
Yeah. Give us an idea though, especially if you have a business that you want to reach hundreds of people, like let us know. We'll give you space right here. Like
Hundreds of people.
so we're trying to, we proudly put Linus's barbecue here because he's a buddy of ours, but this space is up for rent. We can start to.
This is a very, I realized your sales pitch
Yeah.
in everything you do
Yeah.
is always 불쌍해.
불쌍해.
Yeah.
Yeah. I shouldn't be a salesperson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I shouldn't be in sales.
My point is, don't be saying shit like that. Right. It's always like, yeah, it'll help a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I go, But thankfully, it's because your character is more like the Korean word for it is 모성애,
모성애?
which means like your personality triggers the maternal instincts in somebody, especially women
Okay.
that want to take care of you
Mhm.
because you always seem
Helpless.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. 모성애.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. But yeah, I don't know, man. The last episode, I was like, God damn, is this our podcast or Linus Barbecue's podcast?
Yeah.
Right?
No, like we have enough space to widen the logos, so I figured
Yes.
let's try it out.
I was thinking about, the concept of roasting somebody.
Sure do.
I wanted to see if we can do it in Korean.
Roasting someone in Korean, you mean like on stage?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys do it all the time.
No,
You
but
mean
like for real. Like, not, obviously it needs to be better.
You
but
mean like Comedy Central roast?
Yes.
Like
Famous
like
people.
have one person and everyone just shit on them for a whole like.
yeah, but they don't shit on one person, they shit on everybody.
Oh yeah, that's
Right,
true. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
the dais.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah. So
And so
that's a great idea. You should try it.
yes, except
Mhm.
recently, as I was talking as me drinking with these comedians, I need to find the good ones
Yeah.
in terms of roasting,
Yeah.
because like they can't differentiate between you're ugly
Mhm.
and because if you go, hey, you're ugly, that's not really roasting. That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
what you see.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like you have to have some sort of
Bit around it.
yeah.
You
But
gotta, like,
that is not. They don't understand the difference between, or they don't have practice to go that next layer or
Yeah.
level,
Yeah.
right? And then so
Well, often those Comedy Central roasts,
Yeah.
those jokes, because those are written in advance, though, right? So you
right.
could probably just have everyone like just kind of approve and disapprove of people's jokes.
But
So-
what I want actually is, I think the practice is that we just shit on each other without cameras.
Yeah.
Maybe some alcohol in us.
Yeah.
And then shit on each other. But like, I could tell that some people are good at getting it, deflecting it, bam, I'm shooting back.
Yeah.
And some people just, like get so flustered. They'd be like, well, some
Yeah.
people will be like, when you have like a fun roast
Yeah.
session,
Uh-huh.
and then somebody just takes the funny out of it and gets all fucking
Oh, yeah.
real nasty and be like,
Yeah.
that's why your mom left you or whatever. You're just
Well,
like,
it's not-
wait, what?
It's not improv,
Yeah.
like, so if you could turn it into something like, everything is timed and and scripted, right? And
I
Comedy
mean, yeah,
Central
yeah,
roasts,
it's
right?
written. Those roasts are written.
Yeah. Because even the comebacks,
Yeah.
they're already, you could tell that,
Yeah.
oh, you said this about me. What about this?
Yeah,
like
right,
kind of they would have to have had time and knowledge of what was going to be said about them, right? So I would love to see that in Korean.
Yeah.
Actually, that seems like very.
what I want to do is what I said was like, we can all write it and like schedule it and whatever, like just put it together that way. But I go, you guys need more practice roasting.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
More practice writing roast jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things like that, because you guys don't. I mean, I can't do it in Korean right now, but I have better roast jokes in Korean than they do. And I was like, you know what? Don't copy, but like think of Chuck Norris memes.
Okay.
Right? Like Chuck Norris, like those jokes are just ridiculous, but just the idea of what kind of creativity and what kind of part of the brain you've heard of those Chuck Norris jokes, right? Where like Chuck Norris can count it to infinity twice, or you know, like just like how badass he is, right?
Yeah.
And like I go, those like that kind of
that's the mentality,
creativity of how you make fun of somebody should be in that realm, not just like you're fat, right? You know.
That's I would love to see that. I think that's something. Yeah, I mean, Comedy Central roasts actually make careers too. That's basically how I got to know Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah.
Because when he first came out, I was just, that's how I was introduced to him. You know, and I didn't really know anything about his comedy, but he was so great on those roasts. He was so kind of like out there. The same with like, you know, clearly like the roast of Shaq or Justin Bieber, and then the person that's being honored at those things, they're not always comedians, right? And so they have jokes and they're making fun of everyone that's making fun of them. Like it's a good way to get just like non-comedians involved as well. Yeah. And so you would have to get someone that's famous, right? If it were going to be in public. But so
I go, instead of that way, on a video YouTube level, like a video level. So what is All Def Comedy? Yeah. Their channel, they have a show called Roast Me.
Oh, really?
Where it's like it's like a classroom setting. Yeah. Right. And someone's in the hot seat. Yeah. And the other students are roasting the person in the hot seat. The person in the hot seat roasts back. And if like you tell a handful of jokes that are not funny, then you get sent to detention and someone else comes in. And I go, that's a good concept, right? You know, but these guys, like a lot of them are really good roasters. Okay, I see. You know what I mean? Like I remember one guy told this, like this fat guy, he was like, when you get eaten by a shark, the shark gets high blood pressure. Or just like it was just like the way they were thinking. I was like, I can't, like subtitle this for these Koreans to understand like the jokes, right? But then all this was like very, very, it seemed not written. It seemed like these guys would do this anyway. Yeah. In real life, right? And that seemed
more natural than it was contrived.
Yeah. Right. And because I go, if you have that skill, then you can write hardcore, better, hard-hitting jokes. Yeah. If not, it just becomes too calculated and not normal. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think of making something like that. Yeah. But like, what would we call it? Because it's in Korean. I can't roast. Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, like I don't know okay, for all you Korean Americans there, what's a good way? If your Koreans are watching, what will we call it? Like it's the act of making fun of somebody, like, but out of love, quote unquote, right? Because back in the days, the Dean Martin roasts or whatever, that was the people on the dais were all friends. Yeah. And so even if they're mean, it felt like
it was okay.
And we were all homies, and we know that this is how close we are. We can get away with saying this shit out in public. Yeah. The Comedy Central roasts are not that.
It's different because sometimes they've never met each other. And it's clear that.
Yeah, it's like like, you know,
really mean.
we just need motherfucking brutal assholes
Yeah.
that are great roasters
Yeah.
to come and just say crazy foul shit
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah.
Right. So that's, I think, what the difference is. Right.
Man, I really hope you put this together. I think it's a good step. It's gonna help stand-up comedy. It's gonna help bring exposure to the comedians and their sets. You know, so yeah. Let me know if I could help, like film it or something, or do something. Like,
yeah, I mean, this is one thing that you know, this past week I was like, we should probably.
It's a great idea.
Push this.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a great idea. I think we should keep talking about it.
Yeah,
maybe not on the podcast. Maybe we're gonna wrap up soon. But
okay, I want you to try to roast me one line in Korean.
In Korean?
Yeah.
Oh, Danny, 너 족발 사장님 랑 좀 닮았어요. I don't know. No, man, I'm not gonna be on that dais. Clearly.
Oh, we would eat your ass alive.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to call 구어미. 그것도 안 되고.
구어미.
Yeah, like I don't know what to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So those are the things that I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
We are on episode 99. Hopefully next week we have a guest or something. This is our 100th episode.
100th episode.
So for those that aside from having a guest, right, we have to think about certain things that might, you know, indicate, hey, it's our 100th episode.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give any suggestions because that means that we're gonna have to prepare extra.
Yeah.
Which I kind of don't want to, you know, lock us into.
Yeah.
But
we'll just
I can't believe
be proud of ourselves.
We did 100 episodes, man, and this is more than 2 years, to be honest, because we took breaks.
We took a break.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of ourselves. Like, I mean, we stuck with it, so nobody can take that away from us. So, but it's like making, like, we're part of this small. We talked about this, right? Like, making an indie film, very difficult, and like we are part of that small circle. There's not a lot of people that actually, even we know a lot of people are capable. We know a lot of people that have written better scripts, and you just haven't done it yet, right? And so I'm really proud that I'm part of that small circle, and I'm very proud that we're part of a small circle of podcasters that made it to 100 episodes.
Yeah, but if we stopped, we didn't retire.
We quit.
We just quit.
I can't retire off this. Anyway, thank you everyone that actually stuck with us from episode 1. If you caught us like halfway through, thank you also. Hope you stick through to the next
100?
10 episodes. We'll see how much longer we last. But I love it. I love the podcast. I think it's like, regardless, even if we got only 10 views, I think I would still want to do it. Thanks everyone. Buy our shit. Support us. Give us ideas on how we should be supported. And
here we go with more 불쌍한 shit.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Alrighty.
On the 100th episode of Noonchi Podcast. Peace.
Bye.